Hello everyone, let's talk about the forces that affect the earth. So specifically, we're going to talk about the forces that cause the earth movements. Now, there are two main forces that causes the earth movements. The first one is the internal forces, and the second one is the external forces. So the external forces, these are the natural forces that operate on the Earth's surface. So they are operating on the Earth's crust. So often the features produced by these forces are seen on the surface of the Earth, including such as like mountains, volcanoes, moraines, and the valleys. So these are the external forces. Now the internal forces, these are forces which operate within the Earth's crust. Means that the inside of our Earth, and they include forces such as like volcanicity, uh, horizontal or lateral and the vertical movements. So these are the forces that are acting in the interior of the Earth's crust. Moving on, let's see uh, the vertical movements. Uh, Vertical movements, these are up and down movements which cause the crustal rocks to fault. So these movements results to the number of landforms such as the plateaus, block mountains, rift valleys, basins, and the others. We're going to see a few of them. The horizontal movements, these are sideways movements of the Earth's crust which cause the crustal rocks either to fold, to cause fault or form joints. Now, the features which are produced during this movement are such as like the fold mountains, rift valleys, and the block mountains. So these are the movements which we have, and we are going to discuss the features related or associated with these movements. So let's see some of them. The first one is Rift Valley. This is the lowland region that forms where Earth's tectonic plates move apart. So when these tectonic plates move apart caused by the tension forces, they form fault. Now those faults result into the Rift Valley. So a Rift Valley is a trough or a hollow which may result from both the vertical movements of the Earth's crust. So it is formed when two faults develop parallel to each other. So the faults appear after the maybe tensional forces or the external forces. The faults are in parallel. So after they are occurring, they form these large faults, and then after some time, the other parts tend to the other part that is at the middle tends to sink. Now the part that has sunk, it becomes a Rift Valley. So that's how it is formed by these tensional forces. In terms of compressional forces, I may see the two tectonic plates are moving towards each other. Now the cross pathing may lead to one part to go up and the other one to go down. So in such may result maybe the presence of these rift valleys and the other time forming the block mountains, as we are going to see one next year. So let's see these block mountains, also known as the host. Uh, a block mountain refers to a table-like mountain. So it's like a table-like. Now it's formed due to the influence of faulting that leads to the rising of the crustal rocks. So the rising of the crustal rocks makes this the block mountain. So it is nearly a flat surface, and it is it's a little bit flat. So it's not that big. So this is when the Earth's movements cause the parallel force, which that results into the uplifting of some parts. As you can see in the diagram there, that there's the uplifting parts and the other ones which are remaining down are caused due to the fault, because before it was like a level plane. Now because of these tectonic forces causing the other tectonic plates to go up and the other one to remain down. So the one that goes up is what forming the block mountains. Moving on, let's see the plateau. The plateau is a large, extensive, uplifted part of the Earth's crust, which is almost flat at the top. So it's almost flat. It's very flat compared to the block mountains, and it's uplifted compared to the other plains. You might see the other parts are down, but this is uplifted. Now, it was due to the uplifting of the Earth's crust caused by the movement of the Earth is due to those forces. Now, the high plateaus, especially in the tropical latitudes, are used mainly for the agriculture and the. So those are the main activities that are done in these plateaus, and these plateaus can be very fertile. So such activities can be carried out in these places. Moving on, let's see the basin. The basin is a large, extensive depression on the Earth's surface. So it's also caused by these Earth movements. Now, this is a large, extensive depression. Now, a basin can have some kind of water body that is rested on it. Could be like kind of a lake. Now, as you can see there, it shows a basin and there's the presence of some kind of water body. Now, the most basins are formed due to the vertical movements of the Earth. So the main movements that cause these basins are the vertical movements of the Earth. So I hope it's clear on this, the few features associated with the Earth's movement. Thank you. So in the next other videos, we'll talk more on the other features related to these tectonic forces. So that's all for now.